She bad, she bad, she bad, she a bad motherfucker.
With Hip Hop Inquirer, we're sitting with up-and-coming R&B artist O-Life. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So most people would recognize you from the R&B group Hamilton Park, but recently you've had a few solo pieces, and you've also come out with a recent hit. But before we get into that, let's go back to the beginning. And how did you get your start in music?
Basically, my mother, she was a singer, so, she naturally, it just came, she forced it by hand on me, like you're gonna sing, until I got older, and then I didn't want to do it for a little second, but picked it back up.
Okay, so growing up, who were you listening to? Your musical influences?
Believe it or not, I didn't grow up on a lot of R&B. I grew up on rap. Wild kid, but I mean, if I gotta really name the R&B influences that I listen to, mostly R. Kelly, The Dream, Usher, your main people, Jay Holiday, just throw out a couple of them.
Okay, and how did you get into Hamilton Park?
It's crazy. I was actually I was leaving basketball practice. I was pumping gas, and I was singing a song on the radio, and the guy just handed me a card. He was like, "I'm starting a group, man. I like the tone of your voice." I was just like, "Okay." I just kept it. Never really thought about it. And one day I just called the number, and then I just went to see what it was about, and that's what it was about.
So, what was it like being in an R&B group?
I mean, it was cool. Like, you got your camaraderie of your brothers, and really, I got to commend them. They taught me the ins and outs of singing. Like I said, when I first got into it, I really wasn't the best, or let me not say the best. I could sing, I just wasn't seasoned. I wasn't around singing my whole life. I was a basketball player. I could sing, had a tone, but they were like choir boys. Their passion was just singing all day, and I kind of rubbed off on me, so I learned from them, and just grew,
Okay, so the other aspects of being in an R&B group, the dancing and the performing, how did you learn to hone those skills? Did they teach you as well, or?
I mean, we all grew up knowing how to do those type things, so, I mean, that just came naturally, just being a black person with rhythm. But yeah, we all knew what we were doing, and we connected quickly. It's just, as the person I am, I grew quickly. Like, I grew, learning, I learned things fast, and I developed quicker, and I was ready to go. I was ready to go at 100 miles an hour, and I didn't need any help.
So did you feel like there were some limitations to being in an R&B group that held you back?
Definitely, when you get to a certain point and you hear something, you want perfection, and that's probably what was the biggest flaw in what was going on for me while I went. Is you hear something and you feel like you can do it better, or it can be done better, but you can't. You gotta share with your brother, even if your brother might be developing slower than you, or 4 years later, he might still sound like what he sounded when he first started. You might sound like this now, and this might be the sound that you feel is better, for the process.
Right.
But when you're in a group, it don't matter, you got egos, you got emotions involved. Everyone got to eat a little something so you can keep everything peaceful. At the end of the day, I'm all for great music. I'm not trying to, you my brother is cool, but I'm trying to make a hit. So that's why I went through me.
So what was the hardest part about taking the steps to become a solo artist?
I guess the hardest part was starting over, being as that I was in a group, signed, had a deal with Atlantic on the table, to leave all that maybe a month and a half before they signed the deal. A lot of people were like, "Wow, what are you doing?" But to me, it was just like, to sign this deal and be stuck in something I'm not happy with, or I can just do it the hard way and say it was my fault if I didn't make it or not. I can't. That's just always me. I'd rather do it my way, the way that I feel comfortable doing it than sell myself out in a way that just to make some money.
Right. Okay. So do you have any regrets?
No regrets at all, actually. It all worked out pretty good for me.
Okay, cool. So let's talk about your hit that was released on K-Camp's mixtape, She Bad.
She Bad.
It's been getting a lot of attention in Atlanta. So what was that like working with K-Camp and producing the track?
K-Camp, that's my brother. You know what I mean? I know K-Camp for a little while. All the way back from when I left Savannah State and I signed with Nitty, the Playmaker. He was around in that whole scene. Him, Quantic Cash, Michael, we all really known each other from day one. So, that's fam. You know what I mean? That was pretty easy to link up.
Okay. And you wrote the song yourself?
This guy named Trax, he a producer from Milwaukee, he pretty dope. He wrote the song, you know what I mean? And this guy named Business Boy, he did the beat.
Okay.
And we put it together and we went ham in there. And I hit my boy Camp up. I said, man, I need you to lace this up. He came through, no joke. And we did it. The sky's the limit from there, man. We hoping for good things coming in the summer.
Definitely a hot track. So.
I appreciate that.
What about your upcoming projects? What do you have coming up? You're working on?
Yeah, right now we preparing for EP. I'm recording. I'm in the studio tonight. Every day we just push it. So be on the lookout for that EP coming real soon.
Okay. And where do you see yourself musically in 5 years? What can we expect from you?
5 years. I'm hoping maybe I'm in my third, fourth album, 2, 3 Grammys in.
Okay.
Doing some movies, some commercials. Okay. Maybe have a couple businesses. Artists of my own. Maybe by then. Really just working my way through the industry right now. I'm baby stepping in. I'm just enjoying my little ride right now.
Gotta ask, you're pretty attractive. I don't see a ring on your finger. So, is there any special lady in your life?
Welcome to Love Connection, where old-fashioned romance meets modern-day technology.
Special lady. My mother is a very special lady. That's the most special lady in my life right now. But I got close friends. That we cool. But as far as a number one lady, I'm finna put a ring on the finger. Nah, not yet, man. Right now I'm just working.
Bad. She bad. She bad. She bad. She a bad.